Hi, babes. I am back. And y'all, I don't know what it is about this phase of life that I'm in right now, but this series is it. Like, I can feel this series in my chest. You know how we place our hand over our chest to do the Pledge of Allegiance? Some people do it over their heart. I do it like in the center over my chest plate. This is where I feel that ball of energy. That is where I'm at right now. I feel like I've gotten a fresh new start. I work in the school system. So we are now out for summer break. And my plan for the month of June is to release a new series every week. That means we're going to be getting 6 to 7 episode long series. This episode would basically introduce the entire purpose of the series and explain the shift that's happening in your life and in mine because I'm going through this in real time. Mentally and emotionally, physically, everything that I'm going through, like this season, this Alive Again season is why I'm making the Alive Again series. I really, really, really feel like I am coming alive again. And listen, it's so serious with me. Like, I've never in my life felt like this before. So, I want to talk about how you reach a point where you just stop wanting to argue, defend yourself, over explain your choices, and convince people to understand you, or when you just keep dragging around old versions of yourself, just your same self, you just keep dragging it around just because that's what you're familiar with and what other people are familiar with. And it comes to a point where you just start realizing that growth sometimes it just happens. It feels like it's happening right then and there in that moment. Although we know it took a lot of stuff to lead up to it. Like where I'm at right now recording this video, it feels like it's all just happening right now. I'm coming to a realization. That's how I'm feeling. All right, really quick before we continue, for the girls and the women who are serious about their glow up and their personal growth, I do have a few things linked below that can help support you on your journey. So, if you're in that phase where you're really working on yourself, you're not just watching the videos, because we all know we've been in that phase where we were just consuming so much information, so much content, we were taking in so much data, but we really weren't at the stage where it was time to do anything about it. I understand that phase. I'm not judging you. I've been there before. I don't think I'm there with any other thing in my life. Like some other stuff, I might still be at that phase, probably with going back to school right now or something like that. I'm consuming the content, but I'm not actively doing it. But for the most part, I'm actively doing everything. So if you're in the phase where you just consume it, that's cool. This little break ain't for you. This is for the girls and the women who are really working on themselves and rebuilding their mindset to just become a better version of themselves. Take a look at the description after this video, because I really need you to know that the stuff in the description below, I've been through it. And any little thing that you read or that I say in the premium stuff down below, it might just click and set something off for you. But let's get back into the video. I didn't want to make this little rant too long. I really don't want, I'm not in my personal life off this camera. I'm not loud with it. I'm not being dramatic with it. I'm not being revengeful. I I'm not being vengeful. I'm just leaving. I am choosing differently. I am moving forward. I am outgrowing things right now in real time. I feel it. It's like that energy works its way up from the pelvic area, from the pelvic pubic area, and it balls and slowly moves itself up to your chest plate area. And that is when it's about to come up through the throat and out your mouth. I know I might sound crazy to some people, but I am literally telling you what I am experiencing and what I experience when I feel emotions. I am really just starting over mentally, physically, emotionally before my life even physically changes. And I want to talk about how I really am getting the urge to reset my life. I'm changing my routines and mindset. My environment is also about to change. I'm changing my habits. I'm just getting my life organized, and I'm so into my energy right now. I'm just changing everything. My identity is definitely going to come out different at the end of this. And that can be scary, but it's also exciting to me because I want to finally admit that I don't think I want the life I used to settle for anymore. I know I don't want that life anymore. I just know it is not for me. I can't thrive there. So I want to, in this episode, I want to introduce that meaning behind alive again. It's crazy because I was going to call this episode the Live Fully series. I was going to call this series the Live Fully. But this series for me is the Alive Again series because I really do feel like I'm becoming alive again. I am not just talking about these aesthetics and traveling, but I am really talking about living honestly and allowing myself to evolve at my own pace, taking risks from my own thought process, not because anyone else wants me to take risks, but from me because I know I need to take this leap. And that can be a risk. That is a risk. I am choosing my peace and my sanity over being attached to anyone. I'm just letting myself be seen and enjoying the process. I do you know for the past, I really hate to admit this, but it's been over 10 years. For the past 10 plus years, I really didn't go anywhere. I didn't leave my house unless I'm going to the grocery store, to school, pick up, drop off, and to my grandmother's house, my family house, something like that. But I really was not letting myself be seen, and I am so over that. It is time. I am enjoying my life while I'm actually living my life. I'm becoming somebody that I am proud to wake up as. And that is a very big milestone for us as ladies. For anyone, but for us as lady, I'm a lady, I'm a woman, I know how it feels. A lot of women secretly want to disappear for a while and rebuild themselves, but they feel guilty for changing. They get guilt tripped for changing. That point, it hits us hard. Sometimes the next version of yourself is waiting on the other side of the decision that you keep delaying. And I see that now. I have been at my last home for over 7 years, and I know it's been time for me to move. I know it's been time for me to move. And I did not move each year. I said, well, I'm going to move next year. I'm going to move next year. Guess what? I'm still here. And I'm finally moving this year. I'm finally moving this year. The summer is spring right now, but this goes for spring and summer. This is a new season for growth and just showing up and being seen and enjoying outside, enjoying the fruits of your labor that you have put in for the fall and the winter and the spring. It is time. Summer should be seen as freedom, as movement, and sunlight, outside energy, becoming lighter emotionally, finally participating in your own life again. I haven't done that in years, and I really, really, really have to make sure I don't get upset with myself for not doing that. I get upset with myself because I held myself back from everything out here that life had to offer. I held myself back, and it was all my fault. I didn't know, but it still was my actions and my doings from what I did not do or from what I was doing. I was actively being a couch potato. I did not just go out there and put myself out there. I was also being manipulated and gaslit on the back end, and I didn't know. I mean, if you don't know, you just don't know. You have to live through it to know. I didn't know, but now I do. This Live Again series is for the girls who are tired of shrinking themselves. The girls who really feel called to something bigger, something softer and freer, happier. I really am. I have so much empathy for my old self because that girl didn't know a single thing. That girl was being lied to, manipulated, gaslit. She didn't know a thing. She did not know. And I really wish I did know, but I didn't. Live again, alive again is for the girls who are finally ready to stop surviving and actually just start living your freaking life. I am so serious about this. This summer, I'm choosing to become alive again. And maybe you should too. See y'all in the next official first episode of the Alive Again series. This is for a good 2026 summer, y'all. Love you, babes. Bye. All right, ladies, we're going to wrap things up right here because we got stuff to do. We got to go off into the world and venture out and apply these things we are learning. So if you're currently in your glow up era and you want to go deeper into your personal growth era, into that glow up era, take a look at the resources in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, don't just watch it and move on. Don't do that. You know I don't like that. Share it with your friends. Post it to your other platforms. Start a conversation about it. Share it like 5 times if you have to, because the right message travels. I'll see you in the next video. This is Pretty Girl Rich Era, where we heal, level up, and become the best version of ourselves.